Well, well. Welcome back to Hailing Frequencies Open, a show that Will and I used to do weekly, where we would read your comments live. Live for us, not for you. This is a segment that we used to do a while ago. We would read comments on our comments of the episode that we reviewed, but some of you guys have heard, we lost our friend Josh a while ago, and he was like a main component to this show. He was bent on writing the longest comments he could every week, and we had to create our separate show just to read his comments. And so we took some time off, and we've just been compiling comments over the past couple months. And yeah, so now today we have enough comments that we want to just read. We want to read them and see what you guys are saying. And remember, Will, Patreon members get their comments read on the regular show every week.
That's right.
So if you don't want to wait for our monthly Hailing Frequency Open video, just give us a little bit of money and we'll read them.
Yep.
Yeah. And you get cool stuff too, just so you know. You may not be aware, but I hand draw cool stickers every month for our patrons. But,
Yeah. And if you get certain tiers, you can even request episodes of shows for us to watch. So
that's true. Yeah, we do that for Ed all the time, and we do it very regularly, and we don't ever forget about it.
No.
And we always make sure we get it done. So there's that. And there's also another tier where I really don't want anybody to pick because it involves me printing little trinkets and painting them and sending them to your house, and I'm not about that. So please,
whatever,
keep the money in your wallet. Thank you.
They're hailing us. Hailing frequencies open.
Captain, we're receiving 285,000 hails.
I wish I knew what to tell them.
Yeah, so let's jump right into this. This is a show that I always enjoy because I get to host it. It's the only time in Retrack that I get to do anything, even though the other show's about me, but that's beside the point.
I'm not going to let you talk.
I didn't like that. Shut up. You shut up. All right. So starting us off here, this was a comment on our 1 month later video. This was like the first video we made when we came back from our little break after Josh. So this is from Opinionated 181. He says, "So sorry for your loss. I am glad y'all are back." Yeah.
It's nice because it's like he's one of our users, I think, that doesn't typically comment a lot, but he's clearly been following along. So it's nice.
Yeah. And he's happy that we're back. We're happy to be back too.
Yeah, we are.
I think we're at the point now where it kind of feels normal again.
Yeah.
Totally. At least for me, anyway.
Yeah. No,
so, it wasn't easy, but we took every day as it came, and obviously this is the thing that Will and I do, just because we're friends and family, and we just enjoy doing this.
Yep.
And it's always just cool that people enjoy listening to stupid stuff that we say. So
very
so
much
it's nice. It's nice. We appreciate it. Yeah. So then the next one, this is from The Revengeance Factor. Great episode. Okay, so this is this is from our buddy Ed Mark Star. He says, a TNG episode that wants to be a high drama murder mystery. Unfortunately, all I see when I watch The Vengeance Factor is Riker killing Yuta. That's true. With a reverse engineered storyline designed to make the murder of Yuta feel shocking.
Yeah. It's true. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's really all when we
that's the only thing I remember
about it, we're like, hey, it's the one where he kills Yuta. And you're like,
oh, okay. Yeah. Got it. Yeah. Remember the one where the criminals are sitting by the campfires and stuff on the planet?
No.
Same episode. The command staff of the Starship Enterprise make awful diplomats and even worse negotiators. Yeah. That's their whole thing too. That's what they're there for.
They're sent out to do that, yeah.
And they always get the worst. They always get the worst diplomats and negotiators on board too. From the Federation. The Federation sends them the worst one. It's well, here's this deaf guy. Great. Well, thanks.
The second he loses his chorus, he's inadequate. He can't do anything.
He says the Vengeance Factor shows the bridge crew in a very unflattering light. and I'm convinced the entire setup was rushed to get the murder scene with Riker. Yeah, and then I think we talked about it too, but like there's no communication between Picard and Riker after that. It's just like
Oh
that's
yeah,
just how they finish it. And it's like, okay, that's weird.
yeah, and also the whole like how they get to her being a murderer and all that stuff. It's like it's very,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's very heavy-handed to be like, well, of course this is happening. Because remember, it was they find the dead guy and they're like, oh, he's dead, and Beverly's like, nope, somebody murdered him. And it's like, how do you know? And
He died from like a heart attack.
it's like, no, he was too healthy, so this is suspicious. And it's
Like,
like,
wasn't this like the 90-year-old guy?
right,
Yeah, then she was like from the past, but like made to be like
right.
young, this ancient, murderer to avenge her family. Yeah, it was crazy,
And
crazy storyline.
she had like decided to make herself like a servant to
Yeah.
Marike or whatever her name was. Yeah, so
I'm reminded of watching TOS as a 10-year-old. I wanted weapons fire in every episode, phaser, photon, torpedoes. Let 'em rip. But watching Riker kill Yuta left me cold. It seemed gratuitous and showy.
yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah. I think that's what happens to all of us. The older we get, we're like, why can't they just like develop a story wise? It gotta be all like shooting and action and stuff.
It's so true.
Yeah.
It's so true.
He says, I was very unhappy with the entire cast of TNG after this episode. The absence of storyline quality control left a bad taste in my mouth. This story should not have been selected for production, in
Wow.
my opinion. Well, yeah. I rate this episode 2 Kazinti.
Yeah, so he really
Wow.
disliked it.
Really didn't like it.
That's really interesting because I remember when we talked about it, you kind of dug some of the stuff with the gatherers and the other like diplomatic people and some of the other stuff. Like I remember we didn't really, I mean, when we did our look back for season three, like this wasn't low rated. And even I didn't make it that low. So it's interesting that he
Yeah.
that basically them being kind of bad diplomats slash negotiators
It's
and
true.
that the murder scene that he described of Riker vaporizing Utah, like he didn't view it as this like emotional tug at the heart that like Riker had to do this. He just thought it's like a gratuitous, showy thing that hey, look, we're vaporizing people for ratings and
Yeah, right. Because wouldn't they just have like stunned her and then taken her to like,
yeah,
serve trial?
that is a good point. Like, I
Well,
mean, I
he
know
like murders her. Like she's a murderer too. But we remember Will and Ed, they're not the police officers of space. Okay? They don't go around policing space.
no,
No, no.
never.
If there's an assassin, they're just gonna murder it. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how attracted Riker is to it. Doesn't matter. Anyway, he says my popcorn award is to Nancy Parsons as Maruk. The look on her face when lectured by Captain Picard, she should have had a phaser set to shut up. It's funny.
That's good.
She was good. Yeah, she was good in that episode.
Yeah. I want to
I
go
have
back.
no idea
I
who I
know
gave it to.
you gave it to Jonathan Frakes.
Nice.
Yeah, so I might have missed this when we were reviewing
Interesting.
the Defector. So yeah, but that's all right.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, honestly, Jonathan Frakes and Nancy Parsons are easily the best actors in the episode. So
Yeah, it's always funny like looking back too. Even like this past season, there's episodes where like when I was looking back, I was like, yeah, I'm not I actually really didn't not a fan of that like
you're like,
overall.
mm-mm.
All right, so next here is from Eternity's Face. This is the Star Trek Khan series finale. Those were good times.
Yep.
This is from Trevor Johnson. He says, series though, all in all, 5 out of 5. I enjoyed listening to both it and your commentary. Thank you for posting. And then he says, your pod theme song is also top notch.
Yeah,
That
that's good. I'm glad.
was cool.
I remember we like I think there was like 10 episodes or something like that. And we like
Yeah.
super enjoyed 8 of them and then the ninth
Yeah.
one was like we kind of really liked it, but we didn't like it wasn't blowing our mind and then the 10th one came out and we were like this was okay.
Yeah.
So I think that's what he's referencing. Like, all in all, though, 5 out of 5. So,
Yeah, no, the series itself is great. Like I would
yeah,
love more stuff like that, you know?
yeah, I agree.
The voice acting was great, the sound was great. I enjoyed the story. But you
Yeah,
know what? All in all, it felt like an actual Star Trek episode. They
yeah.
wrapped the end up with a nice neat little bow and they moved on. Yeah.
All I can say is that the way it ended has yet to motivate me to watch Wrath of Khan again.
Yeah. Well, once is enough, in my opinion.
I've seen it so many times.
Wow, I know. Yeah, unless the Khan series itself like really implied that like Kirk was to blame.
Oh yeah,
Wrath of Khan doesn't I don't care about it. You know what I mean?
yeah, totally, totally.
Which you could also argue like then why did the Khan series need to take place? Because it doesn't do anything to help Wrath of Khan. Wrath of Khan is just like he shows up and he's mad, and it's like okay,
Yeah,
I can just accept that he's the bad guy. I don't need to. Because
yeah.
then you do the Khan series, which is great, but then you're like, so why is he mad? I don't understand why he's mad. Anyway, okay.
Like, and at least specifically at Kirk. I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
Nah. Well, I think he's just crazy from eating city worms
Right, that's what you're
for
pretty much
40 decades.
like.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. So this is on a review of The Defector. This is Michael Johnson. He says, I can see how difficult it was to put every character in every episode. I assume that if it was not necessary to put Worf and Data into makeup and Troy into her hair to show up for 30 seconds. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's like, hey, if you can't find a good reason to put these guys in there, like, don't, because they're going to be in the chair for like 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah, no, if we can do that and film all their scenes like in like 2 hours, let's just do it, you
Right,
know?
exactly.
Sir, I'm going on vacation. And he like leaves and you're like,
Yeah,
perfect. Well, Worf's off this
this
episode.
this this works out great.
That's really funny. All right, next time I hear is from the Theystrom review. He's quoting me, apparently. He says, Caleb, I hate long speeches during critical moments. Also, Caleb, don't you just love Nemec's last 2 minutes actually being a 2.5 hour long fight? I don't know if I've said, I don't know. I don't remember saying that. I love the end Namek battle, but
I think what you were talking about, I don't think in the episode of Defector there was a long speech that you hated. I think
Mhm.
what you presented was you hated because he mentions critical moments. I think it was like, okay, something's about to happen. Like, oh no, we got to fit through this drainage pipe because all the monsters are coming, and then they get to the end of the drainage pipe to jump down into the
Mm,
ravine to
yeah,
escape,
yeah.
and they're like, have you ever thought though about like what life was like before Dad?
Yeah.
And then they have this
Yes, I
2020,
do.
right?
I
So,
do hate that. Yes.
and I think that's what he's speaking about. And then he was, I mean, I'm not saying you had didn't, but I don't recall you specifically loving the like extended battle between Goku and Frieza.
I mean, I do. I do. And
Okay, well, there you go.
I think maybe his reference is just the fact that like it's a tropey thing where it's like, hey, the planet's gonna explode in 5 minutes.
Yes, yeah,
And then Goku and Frieza just kind of like fight and then they also like talk.
yes.
And Goku gives him energy and there's like a whole thing and it's like, hey, isn't this planet gonna blow up? Like, shouldn't,
Nah,
yeah. Yeah. I mean the trope is that it's 5 minutes and it's four episodes.
yes,
Yeah. I stand on the fact that I hate like when people are trying to escape something that's like very bad
yeah,
and they have to like have this like speech moment.
yeah.
Like, hey,
Damn
we're gonna
that.
get through this. It's like just can you just run? Just run out of there first and
Say
then
as
you can
much as
talk.
you
Yeah.
want. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I know I didn't make it to dinner with your parents that first time. It's like, dude, it's all right. And it's obviously like because like it's for the audience and
Yeah.
obviously usually something bad happens.
Yeah.
So they have to like have closure.
It's almost like you can always tell that when that happens, you're like, oh, that guy's dead.
Yeah, they have their hero moment.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So the next one here is from The High Ground, and it's from Theystrom Review. He says the Oklahoma bombing and the Unabomber might have both been called terrorists at the time by the U.S. media.
That's a good point.
That's
That's a
true.
good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I
Which
didn't
he's
think about
probably
those
right, which
two.
is also why. maybe they were so terrorist heavy because of the
Mm.
Oklahoma bombing, the Unabomber, and the first bombing of the Trade Center with the van in like the late
Oh,
80s.
yeah.
So it's possible that that was like on everybody's minds at the time. So I could see that.
Yeah, that's true. In the scene between Riker and the security person, she says they denied the Inseta independency 70 years ago. So there's land somewhere.
That's true. So that means that
Yeah.
like that they were like, people somewhere they decided no thanks, we're breaking off, and then they were like, no, you're not breaking off.
Yeah, I don't know. The whole storyline is, yeah. It's odd how the TOS episode, The Cloud Minders, had more to say about terrorism and independence than this episode.
Well, Caleb hasn't seen it, so we need Ed Mark Starr to come out of the ethos and recommend that Caleb
Recommend
and I
it.
watch and watch.
I feel like TOS talked about stuff more, usually like they weren't too
Typically.
afraid. They weren't too afraid to just talk
Typically,
about stuff.
like, I don't know, we can let our viewers agree or disagree. I feel like TOS tackled like political and social, maybe specifically race commentary more frequently and better. And
Hmm.
Next Gen handles things like mental health problems. Like they handle suicide and
Yeah.
like depression and anxiety and things of that nature. So,
Yeah, that's true. Also, maybe it's a bit too esoteric for TNG writers, but France's revolution was called the Great Terror and is the origin of terrorism as a label. Thousands guillotined as monarchists or supporters of the monarchy. Picard could have at least been like, well, it didn't really spare innocents in France, so it's not always a good idea.
he can't remember Theystrom. He can't reference France because France
Can't talk
doesn't
about France. France is gone.
it's completely obliterated.
Yeah. Don't forget that our France and Picard's France completely different. They're
Yep.
not even on the same.
When he says we'll always have Paris, it's like it's like Vegas or something. Because I think isn't there an Eiffel
New
Tower?
Vegas.
Isn't there an Eiffel Tower in Vegas or something?
Yeah.
Somewhere there's like another Eiffel Tower somewhere that's not as big.
It's like a fourth of the size or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's Star Trek lore. That's
Yeah.
where Paris is.
That's like if he said like we'll always have the Great Pyramid and then he's talking about the Pyramid Hotel in Vegas.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Wow, that's really dumb. Okay. All
It's
right. So here is our review of A Matter of Perspective. This
yes.
is also from Daystrom.
Mhm.
He says there's ample room to argue that this episode is worse than Code of Honor. Wow. There's so much awful in this episode that could have been solved for once by having Troy not give advice. Make her unable to read them because having her tell us, the audience, that a witness legitimately remembers Riker womanizing and assaulting makes for problematic conclusion, given that Will was allegedly being targeted assassination. Oh,
Yeah, instead of like focusing on the fact that like, oh man, like, Riker was a target to get killed, it turned into like, did he do that? Like, is he a person
yeah,
that would assault and like abuse?
yeah. Well, he is a sex pest, so everybody just believed it.
That's right.
Yeah, it's good. So then he says, what if we Rashomon the worst effing possible storyline? Also, from a scientific point of view, current standards demand less than 5% chance of error, so the 8% falls outside 20th century standards of legitimacy. Wow,
Wow.
that's pretty funny.
He really hates that episode.
He doesn't like it. Yeah.
Well, it's funny because everyone when we talked about it, I'm not saying the stuff that Vaystrom here has argued is, good, but I just wasn't I didn't passionately dislike the episode as much as a lot of people have. I don't think Vaystrom's angle and review and thoughts on it are like the minority. I think that's the majority of people. That's how they feel.
Yeah. No, it's interesting. I definitely think that there's like flaws in that episode for sure. I'm kind of a sucker for like court dramas, so like I appreciated that stuff. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I get the point. You would also think like in this society, like they would just use like lie detectors that are perfect, you know? Not like in our
Yeah.
society where lie detectors are like flawed.
You just have Data hold on to your like wrist, and then he would just be like, "No, lying."
Yeah. Yeah, she's lying. She wishes this is from our episode of yesterday's Enterprise. This is also from Theystrom review. He says, "Did you catch the reference to cetacean ops in the parallel universe?"
And I
No,
did not. No.
no, he didn't. Thank you, though. As much as I would have enjoyed seeing Worf on an opponent's ship, he is most likely dead if nobody came to rescue him at Kittamar after his destruction. Yeah, that's true. He died as a child, the way Jamie would have wanted it. Wanted him to go. Yeah, where's Jamie in this timeline?
Dead.
His
He's on
mom's
Earth.
alive, right? Because Worf didn't lead
That's
the.
right.
Yep,
I think
it's
we
perfect.
literally had this discussion in the episode.
Well, these are the important questions that nobody else is asking.
That's true. I'm pretty sure
But
he's. I
what
think I
of
said.
Jamie?
I think he's. I think you were said. No, Worf's not dead. There's no way. And then I said that Jeremy was on Earth because his parents had no reason to leave Earth. And you were like, okay,
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, he's at home with his cat.
yep.
Praxis Events was a ceasefire of hostilities with Klingons when Enterprise C risked itself for Kittamar outpost being attacked by Romulans. It showed the Klingons that humans were willing to die for honorable acts, and that was the peace treaty clincher.
So he's saying he's referring to Star Trek Six, the Praxis event. He
Hmm.
says that whole movie was just a means to institute a ceasefire of hostilities with the Klingons. It wasn't a peace treaty. It was just like, hey, just don't shoot at us anymore. And then flash forward however many years, like 60 years or whatever, Enterprise C blows up at Kittimer, and now the Klingons are like, oh, okay, like, yeah, now we're at peace.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I do remember that. Riker hasn't made captain in the alternate world because there's not enough ships left as per the losing side of war. That's interesting. That's an interesting point. Yeah.
Yep.
I like to believe that dark or grim episodes are most enjoyable by fans because it's those situations where Trek values secular humanism are most prominently shown, usually self-sacrifice or other tough decisions of that sort. Yeah, I think that's true.
I think so. Yeah, makes sense. It's usually like Trek is presented as like everything's great and nothing's wrong and we're just solving weird science puzzles and then like horrible episodes come along and you're like amazing. I love this episode. It's like yeah, because it so breaks from the
Hmm.
norm that you're just like wow, I can't believe they did that.
Yeah, that's why in like, well, it's like I like the mirror stuff anyway because it's like it's just off the rails and I enjoy that. But like in A Mirror Darkly, it's just fun to see characters that we love be like bad guys
Yeah.
and get like murdered. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, that's just fun. It's
It's
fun.
like not only is he a horrible bad person, but he's also gets executed in just brutal ways.
Yeah, it's really good. It's just fun to see like the other side of the coin, you know?
Totally, yeah.
All right, so next one is the same episode. It's from Johnny Aces. He says, I heard an idea for this episode from someone else, and I completely agree with it. Now that I've heard it, I can't help but wish they had done it this way. He says, instead of just having Riker killed in the alternate timeline, basically have all of the main characters picked off one by one. Sometimes you just hear about it, sometimes you see, and sometimes you just see Picard reacting to their deaths until Picard is the only one left steering the ship alone. Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And of course, we then go back to the regular timeline where everything and everyone is all right again. I mean, if the episode has a happy ending anyway, they might as well raise the stakes as high as they can and make it as gritty and as different in the alternate timeline as they can.
Yeah.
Just an idea that I heard that I really liked. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a cool idea.
I think the sad thing is, like, I think it's a great idea, but I think the sad thing is because it was only a one episode, like, they're just going to rush through it all. But I think this episode could have easily been a two-parter, and then you would have had time to, like, really drag out, like, everybody's deaths, you know?
Hmm. This would have been a good two-parter.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. But they didn't want to pay Yar more than a
No,
couple days.
no, not at all.
So, like, hey, like, we really want you back to make up for the other writers, but like, not that long.
No, right. Like, we're sorry we killed you poorly, but you only got, like, a few minutes to wrap this thing up.
You know what I would have liked to seen happen is that end battle happens and she does whatever,
Yeah.
and then she has to like leave in a shuttle pod and it gets like launched off course, and then
Okay.
she still lands on the planet with Artemis.
Amuse me.
I mean, we've been here before. And he's like this ultimate, like he knows like all timelines blend together.
Oh, he keeps the timeline. I see.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a quote from Battlestar Galactica. Will, it's happened before and it'll happen again. So there you go.
Wow.
Yep. Because no matter what Yar does, she'll never escape that mucky death.
Ah, that's
All right,
funny.
so this is on our review of the Allegiance. This is from Theystrom. He says, I am not sure if it makes the episode better or worse, but let's just take a moment to reflect on British-born Patrick Stewart singing to Black Americans Michael Dorn and LeVar Burton to honor we call you as free men, not slaves, as if those were some ancient Federation shanty in world. Who thought this was a good idea?
Yeah.
I didn't
Nah.
think about the first part
No.
because I you don't see color. I'm not a racist, but I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. But no, this yeah, I honestly didn't even think about that because I don't think I was even listening to the words. I was just like blown away that this was even happening.
Yeah. Right. Well, yeah. It catches you so off guard, but yeah.
But the Federation having like this shanty that
Well,
they
yeah.
like sing, it's like, give me a break.
Well, the thing that's even weird, like to Zaystrom's point, like it's a British Navy song, I think,
Yeah,
in our world.
yeah,
Why, like, number
yeah.
one,
Just
why is
ooey.
an ancient British sea shanty song like stuck in Picard's mind?
He loves
And,
it.
and then two, the production staff, I would hope not Patrick Stewart, but the production staff were like, "Oh yeah, you'll sing to Worf and LeVar Burton or Geordi, I should say," and it's
Yeah,
like, but make sure you specifically look right at him when you say as free men, not slaves. You're like, okay,
yeah.
you don't. We don't always have to reference
Get right in
slavery.
their face and say it.
Say it.
Emphasize the slaves.
It's crazy.
That's really stupid.
Well,
Yeah, and also like the Federation ships don't strike me as the them like singing in the academy and stuff.
not that
Yeah.
at least. I mean, if they sing songs, they're singing like Federation songs.
Yeah, right. Like we push back the Romulans.
Right, right. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not like, oh my God.
The world is at peace. I don't know, whatever.
We are free.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah, you know it.
exactly.
It's
Exactly.
good. God, it makes me sick to my stomach. That's really stupid. Yeah, like it. I like it. Thanks. Thanks for bringing that up. That's great. All right. This is from our episode of The Captain's Holiday. This is from Daystrom. Again, he says, let's all give a round of applause for the Federation who gives a specific numbered code to explode a randomly transported object, but does not have basic security features on the ship.
They're like, do we have cameras in the hallways? Absolutely not. Do we have a transporter code that can dematerialize
Yeah.
and like just destroy a thing? Yes.
Absolutely. Can anybody just walk in the holodeck in your room? Yeah, absolutely. There's no such thing as locks.
Why would
Is
that
Captain
matter?
Picard the only one that can control the thermostat? Obviously. But
Clearly. Yeah.
it's really stupid. Yeah. The only dumber thing I've seen is transporting the DNA splice into
Oh gosh, the salve, like the balm. into Spock's eyes. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's
It's
really bad.
it,
It's really bad.
it's not good. It's not good.
And I didn't even understand like what transporters were capable of back then, and I still thought it was stupid.
Now that you know, you're like, oh, that shouldn't have happened at all.
Yeah. Now that I really know, it's really stupid. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, here is our episode of the Tin Man. Good episode. First comment here is from Sahir. It says, "Congratulations on reaching 125 episodes. I love the channel and all the hard work you guys have put in over the years. Thanks.
Yeah.
I
So
just show up."
I tried to go back and find when Sahir first subscribed, but I think they've been a secret viewer for a long time. I've seen
Ooh.
Sahir has commented on the channel previously, but yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. So Tin Man was our 125th episode of the podcast, and yeah, it was really cool to hear somebody kind of like in the background secretly enjoying everything and like following us clearly for years. So
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. And they recognize all of your hard work well. That's great. Not
not your
mine.
hard work.
No, no. I just have to watch the crap.
I see.
Yeah, I don't have to edit it or anything. So,
Well, that's what's in season 4. We're changing all that.
well, you guys heard it here first. Retrek is no more. We
You heard it here.
This is our last episode.
Oh gosh, that's really funny. I like how
Good
immediately
stuff.
you were just like, "Nah, I'm out."
Yeah, no, if I have to do anything, nah. That's good stuff. Next comment here is from Theystrom. He says, "Starfleet. We called it Tin Man because we suspect it may not have a heart. If it does not have a brain, we have permission to rename it Straw Man." It's really good.
It's really good. It's so stupid that thing's called Tin Man.
No, my favorite thing from that episode is the thumbnail that I made, and then also the AI picture I made of the Starfleet guy that names stuff.
Oh yes, yes, yes. It's just like to me, the thing is called Gomtu. Call the episode Gomtu. Don't call it Tin Man. It has so little to do with Wizard of Oz and the Tin
It's so
Man
stupid.
himself. It's
Yeah. Can we just be done with Wizard of Oz too, please? Like, can we
no,
just not talk about it anymore?
no, that's gonna keep going for another 100 years.
That's the
I
one
don't
thing
think
that actually like swayed me to believe that like in Star Trek they reference old stuff because we don't shut up about Wizard of Oz.
that's true.
Well, well, you know what they say, Data. You have to walk down the yellow brick road. It's like, okay, no, my God, please no. Yeah, it's really dumb. It's really dumb. The other thing I was thinking is that the thing that I hate in the episode is when he's like, yeah, it calls itself GOM too. And like, okay, cool. And then they never say it again. From the rest of the episode, they still call it Tin Man.
Tin Man. Oh yeah, 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 totally.
So it's like, so you know it has a name, but you're
Like,
still calling it your made up Starfleet designated name for no reason.
yep, they still call it by its government name.
Tin Man, Tin Man. All right, so here is Hollow Pursuits. Remember this one?
I do vividly.
I do. Every night when I close my eyes. All right, so this is here. First comment here is from Theystrom. He says, "I laughed at you can join Theystrom in the Discord. I can't tell if that makes me or you sound more hard up for friends."
It's neither. It's neither.
It's you. We want people to join in the Discord to talk to you, so you have friends.
It's just funny because like Theystrom will post like funny memes or just interesting questions or like
He does,
topics
yeah.
of discussion, and we respond and we're like, "That's cool, like that's neat," and we'll talk about it. And then it's like nobody else is out there talking to him, and
I know, it's interesting.
I feel like Ed or the captain or any of these folks who have commented that seem to enjoy our content would like to get on there and just like continue the conversation, which is fine if they don't. It's just funny.
We can talk about it. It's a way to interact with us like on other stuff too. Like Daystrom's always talking to me about like Fallout stuff and
Right. Yep.
yeah, it's fun. But I'll be the first person to tell you that I really kind of hate Discord. Like as an app, like as an interface. Sometimes
hates
it's very like hard for me to navigate it, and I don't understand it. But we use it all the time for everything, so
Everything.
it's just funny to me that in this day and age, we hate group messages on our phones
Hmm.
because they just go like off all the time, and people just
Yeah.
talk, and it's very annoying.
Yep.
And then so we use an app that's literally just created for group chat, and it's
Yeah.
the same thing. So it's great.
I love it.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. So anyway, join our Discord. It's fun.
Caleb
We
doesn't
love
hate
it.
it. Yeah. Oh boy.
No, it is fun. Theystrom's always he's always got funny stuff in there.
Yeah. Sure.
Then he says a Barkley at first glance can seem like an anormality in Trek, and he is. But then again, so are all of the failed parents in Starfleet. Well, I'm actually really, really hard pressed to say who is a through and through good parent in the franchise. Everyone seems good until they say crazy stuff like, I wish I could dose my kid and hang out with my crush during our final moments of life.
Yeah.
Well, Barkley might actually just be what a normal person becomes in Starfleet instead of being oblivious to trauma and abuse.
So he's just
That's
that's
true.
that's funny. Daystrom is just saying that he's just like this is just
Yeah.
what you become. If you've been in Starfleet too long, you just turn into Barkley.
I like that concept that like he actually is just normal.
Yeah.
Everybody else is like high functioning like sociopaths.
And just
Like to become, yeah.
taking so many drugs to just deal with trauma and abuse.
Yeah, they're all popping mentats constantly.
Yeah.
They
And
can be smarter.
the thing that's funny is like it's rough because there are parents in the franchise and it's like it's tough. It's like a through and through like very good parent as they should be in Star Trek. Like there should not be this like he's kind of a bad dad or a bad or she's a bad mom. It's like that shouldn't be a thing, and it's like most of them have really really bad like moments with their children.
Data was the perfect parent.
Look at that. Zaystrom,
Anyway, yep.
you're hard pressed anymore. Data.
Of all the robots I've known, he was the most robotic.
Yep, got it.
Uh, it's good stuff. Then he says some people actively dislike Discovery because the series more frequently expresses trauma and how absolutely effed up their day-to-day experiences can be. When your councils can explode into rocks or electrify you, it's understandable if you're always in fear for your life.
Like, oh, this asteroid hit the ship and it explodes in the rocks. You're like, maybe I don't work on the ship anymore.
How does this tech become rocks?
I don't I do not disagree in the slightest that Discovery as a series very well and very frequently tackles like trauma and people being like absolutely messed up in Star Trek. And that's like a great thing. The thing that's always just annoyed me is characters by and large don't act like Starfleet characters. They kind of like allow their trauma and like their weird personality quirks to just be like everyone's like that. It's like basically everybody's a Barclay and Discovery. And like that's too much in my opinion. And also like they just ignore canon, like just straight down the middle. They just like, we don't care
Yeah.
about what was established prior or after.
Yeah, I've never heard anybody complain about them dealing with like trauma and stuff. It's like why people don't like it. I've a lot of
I
other stuff.
I think Zaystrom is right. I do think a lot of people hate that they're all like buddies, and when somebody's like goes through something scary, they cry a lot on the show. And I think like a lot of closed-minded people are like,
Oh,
why are they crying? Just get over it. And it's
uh,
like, whatever.
yeah,
It's fine. It's
I can see that.
like I haven't watched. I think they went 5 seasons, and I didn't watch 4 and 5. I think so. It is what it is.
I heard that they ruined the mirror universe. I'll never forgive them for that.
It's not great. It's not great what they do, but it's all right. It's
Mhm.
what are you gonna do? I don't know. It's like I haven't watched, the Academy show. I didn't watch the last two seasons of Discovery. It's not because I can't stand quote unquote woke Star Trek. It's just like I'm just not interested in them like dishonoring canon. That's just like that's what I can't
Hmm.
handle. I don't care about all of the like stuff that the internet explodes about that so and so is a bad actor or these people say quirky weird things or they do like out of character or out of franchise like body language things. Like I don't care about any of that stuff. That doesn't bother me because every single series has weird stuff in it as we've been
Yeah.
reviewing. It's like I can get past all that stuff. It's just the like it's the Strange New World stuff. It's like, oh well, the Gorn are everywhere. Everybody knows about the Gorn. They're awful, terrible monsters, and they put babies inside of you, and you grow them, and then you become a Gorn, and Gorn babies come out of your mouth, and then those babies
Yeah.
eat people on the ship, and it's like, oh my
Hmm.
God, Gorn are terrible. And then you go to TOS, and it's like, I don't know, he's some sort of lizard thing. He's really slow. I'll shoot like rocks at him, and he'll die.
Yeah.
You're like,
He
oh
wears like
okay.
a he wears like a tunic and stuff.
And he goes, I heard everything you've said, Captain. And they're like, it's, and that's it. Like, I don't know. It's like, I get that they want to make the Gorn cool. I get it. But it's like,
Yeah.
don't do it
But
in
you
Strange
can't.
New Worlds. Do it in a
Yeah,
different
but you can't.
series. And it's just, I like that they tried to fix it by saying the Metrons erase everybody's memories of the Gorn and that the Gorn are put into a hibernation until Kirk sees them again in TOS. Like, hey,
Hmm.
thanks for fixing that giant glaring canon
Yeah.
but like you didn't have to do that in the first place. So that's always
Yeah.
my hang up with that stuff.
Yeah, it's just the thing, even Star Wars is doing it, where it's like they're trying to make the franchises like fun and new for like new viewers. But there's a way to do that without like destroying the canon, the history.
Right, right,
You've explained to me how lightsabers work and how crystals work. You can't just change that.
right.
So I don't know if you've seen it, but in that other basically Star Wars Academy, whatever it's
Okay,
called, there's like a Jedi and she becomes like a Sith.
okay.
And like as she makes the choice to be bad, her lightsaber like it's blue and then it turns like red from the base up to the tip. And
Interesting.
you're like, "Hey, cool," but
That's not how
that's not how
lightsabers
it
work.
works. No.
Yeah, no, I haven't
No,
seen
because when
that.
you make the
That's
choice to become a Sith, like there's a specific kyber crystal that you have to like yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Anyway, you can't just change that stuff.
I agree.
Both of our star franchises have been messed with.
Oh, 100%. And it's the thing that always annoys me. It's like, oh man, we want to do all of this crazy stuff in the world, but we're going to make sure that it fits in between these two tight storylines. And you're just like, why? Just, if to me, perfect example, Discovery at the end of season two and the beginning of season three, they advance 900 years into the future. It's like the year like 3000 and something or whatever. It's like if Star Trek Discovery was that, where you just episode one, season one was just them 900 years in the future, I wouldn't have cared less what they did with the show. If they were like, oh, look, in the future, Klingons and Romulans love each other, and there's all these mixed races of Klingons and Romulans, I would be like, wow, that's crazy, and just watched the show and enjoyed it. But because they want it to specifically fit between Star Trek Enterprise and TOS, and then you have a next show, Strange New Worlds. It fits perfectly in between Discovery and TOS. It's like
Yeah.
just do a series what you want to do far away from canon so that you can do what you want. Otherwise, you have this small of a
Yeah.
window to fit your
Yeah.
content into it. It's
Yeah, I know. And the thing that drives me the most nuts about that stuff is like the tech. And it's like
yeah, yeah, right,
the Strange New World stuff I love, but the problem is that it doesn't look
right.
like TOS.
No, right, right. You have to stay
Hmm.
true to the material.
Yeah. No, I know. It's like okay, so it's like here's what phasers and communicators look like in the cage. Here's what
Right,
they look like in TOS. And then
right.
you go back to Enterprise and like they're sleek
Yes.
and thick. And it's
Yeah.
like it's cool. Like I like it for what it is. I like the communicator in Enterprise, the flip. I think
Yeah.
that's
Yes.
it makes sense that it went from that to like the clear one,
Right.
bigger, bulkier, and then they went back to it's like the clear stuff to me is just like those are prototypes.
Yes. Yes.
And then everything went like, they took all the parts and like made him more sleek
Yeah,
in TOS.
totally.
That's fine with me. But then you go to Strange New Worlds and everything is like shiny metal and glossy doors and like
Everything.
pristine.
Yeah.
And then you go to TOS and their deltas are sewed on. They're
Yeah.
like stitched into their shirt. Yeah.
They're
Oh
like,
well.
yeah, we want everything to be plastic and hard, look like painted wood.
But that's the thing. Like you can't make Strange New Worlds look like you want people to
I mean,
enjoy and also you want to sell merchandise, right? Like that's why Disney does what they do because they're
I
selling merchandise.
I totally agree, but as much as I hate that episode, them showing whatever it was called, Galactic Journeys, where they
Mhm.
had the guy who plays Kirk play that like faux Star Trek show.
Oh, yeah. The fake show, yeah.
It's
I'm
like
down for that too, yeah.
I get that like it was stupid and they were overacting, but it's like if Strange New Worlds looked like that, nobody would complain. And the people who would complain about it like don't actually like
Aren't
Star
really
Trek.
into Star Trek. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I would watch the crap out of that.
Of course.
Anyway. All right, so the next comment here is from John Patz. He said, I've long said that holodeck seemed like something thought up by the Ferengi to weaken the targeted planets before a takeover. And think it's safe to assume if they could, most people would never want to leave a holodeck. It's
Yeah.
true.
So
Yeah.
so then we replied with what I said, and then he gave a further explanation on his thoughts.
Oh yeah, you said that's an awesome theory. I wish that was explored in the series. And then he says again, considering how people are with their phones, I just can't imagine holodecks causing for society problems like yeah, like any drug ever did. Yeah, totally. Then he says, I mean, if your choice is living in the real world or living in any role in any fantasy you can come up with, it's not hard to realize what most people would choose.
Yeah. I like the
That
fact
is true.
that the Ferengi find this thing from another. I'd like to imagine the Ferengi find this tech from some other people, perhaps the people from the Star Trek Enterprise episode that they give to the Klingons. Like they
Oh yeah.
find those people, they go and like bargain with the Federation to put it into their ships, and then they just let them become like mindless people, and then they can like take over the ship or the planet or whatever. Because as John brings out here, like the choice of living in the real world, which has the threat of Romulans killing you, Klingons killing you, Borg assimilating you, you're like, nah,
Yeah.
I'll just hide in the computer room and like be a knight or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I'll just have Beverly stroke my hair.
I'll just eat pie all day long. Holographic pie.
Hey, Wesley, bring me another pie. Yeah, that's crazy. It's a good point. It's a good point. All right. Will, are you ready for a new segment?
I am. Yes.
This is a segment that we're calling The More You Know with Edmark Starr. So he sent us a video.
Yep.
It's called Pro Call Harem from 1967. So the song is A White Shade of Pale.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever heard of these guys.
So he said in connection with this onto our Patreon, this was the very first thing he sent us when he became a supporter. So this is literally like years old. He says that he wanted to take a moment and share something that made his childhood feel like magic. So he wanted to share this song with us. So we'll listen to the song and then react.
A long intro.
It's a good song. I've heard it before.
Hmm. I like his cloak. It's crazy they're standing on those pillars.
Gotta be high up.
Nice.
Yeah, it is. Go
We
ahead.
should bring those hairstyles back.
Oh man, yeah. The thing that I always think about is how people were just dressed so much better. Like when they went to things, like they go to the movies, they put like suits and ties on and stuff. It's like people were just so much more well put together.
People like actually dressed up, yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I grew up like listening to the old like radio stations from my parents. So like I've heard the song many a times. But I do specifically, for whatever reason, I always like somewhat remember certain songs in movies. So it's like I know this isn't The Big Chill, but more recently is Oblivion, the Tom Cruise movie, where it's in there. And I think there's like I don't know who it is. It might be Annie Lennox, if I'm remembering right from You're the Remix. I can't say it. Anyways, she does a cover of it, I think, in the movie The Net with Sandra Bullock. So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, the song sounds familiar to me, but I don't recognize them.
no, yeah, the band I'm not familiar with, like, really at all. No. The song, totally. Like, if somebody was like, this is Procol Harum, another song by them, I may or may not know it.
Yeah.
I think I've heard a couple of them, but not probably more than this song.
Yeah, we all grew up listening to like the Beatles and
Yeah.
the kind of that same ballpark bands back then, you know?
Yeah, totally. It's pretty cool that like that was his send out. Like he sent that to us as like spreading the love.
What a shade of pain. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Well, you've all been educated.
Yep. Add it to your playlist.
Right.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, thanks, Ed, for sending us that. That was cool.
Thank you very much.
And now we have another new segment. This is the Captain's Ready Room with Captain Ali Mar, where he gets to ask us a question, or we can ask him one.
Even if it's doesn't have to be Star Trek related, it can be anything. You can talk about
anything. So what we'll do, since we don't have a question from him this week, we'll ask him a question he has to answer, and then he has to ask us a question.
Let's do it.
So my question is, what is your favorite genre out of like utopian or like dystopian? And which one? Tell me why.
Yeah, cite examples.
Yeah, and tell me why it's not Fallout, and then explain to me why you're wrong if it's not.
It's funny.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, we'll see what the captain says.
All right. Next section this is not a new section. This is a section we used to do all the time. I really looked forward to this until we started talking about other junk.
It's back, baby.
This is what's popular this week. So this is from Reddit. This is r/TOS. It says Captain's Log, Stardate 3139.4. We've discovered that a supervolcano will erupt on the Class M planet Nibiru, wiping out all life on the continent. We feel great sympathy for the souls on the surface, but we're here to observe and document, not play God. So that's what I've ordered the crew to do.
And then it shows the TOS crew overlooking the Star Trek Beyond opening, and
Oh, yeah.
they're just letting the people die instead of, because in that movie Spock goes down into the volcano and like he freezes the volcano eruption and like
Right.
saves them, and then they draw the Enterprise like in the dirt because they see the ship come out of the ocean. Yeah,
That's right.
it's it's pretty funny.
I gotta rewatch the Pine movies.
Eventually we will. I mean, you totally can, but eventually we will for
I'll
the
do what I want.
podcast. I,
Thanks.
yeah, go right ahead.
I mean, we all know Wrath of Khan's the best one. So,
You mean Into Darkness?
yeah, well, yeah, you can't go with Wrath of Khan, but we
No.
all know. We all know what it's
Yeah,
called.
yeah, we do.
Wrath of Khan 2, British Boogaloo.
Yeah,
Well, that's really funny.
it's really
Yeah,
really funny, and I
I
enjoy it a lot
appreciate that.
because
And
that's
Kirk
how
looks
it
pretty
would.
happy about it too.
Yeah, they're all pretty relaxed, staring at it. Oh man.
Wow, Captain. That looks very bad down there, Captain. Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Oh man,
I
that's
like
really
that.
yeah, that's funny.
Oh boy. All right, so the next one here is from r/Star Trek TNG, and it says Chief question mark. And this is a news clip. This is breaking news. Moments away, NASA launches astronauts on historical moon mission. Voice of Miles O'Brien.
Yeah.
And then he says, Chief O'Brien to my ready room, please. That's very funny.
Yeah, so legitimately, he might be Canadian. I forget. There's literally an aerospace analyst, as it mentions there, that
Yeah,
talked during the Artemis 2 launch, and his name is Miles O'Brien. Like
that's super funny.
that's just his name.
So I guarantee you his parents liked Star Trek and named him Miles O'Brien.
I wonder how old. I gotta like, yeah, American. Okay, here he is. American broadcaster, journalist. Right, this has got to be him. He's born in 1959, so he was
No way.
born. Yeah, he was born before he was even a thing. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
hilarious.
So TNG Miles O'Brien was named after this guy.
I
Perfect.
I mean, yeah. I wonder if he
That's super
comments.
funny.
I wonder if he comments at all about him being
I guarantee if he's an aerospace analysis, he's definitely at some point heard that he's a
like, did you
he's
know
a
your
well-known
name's in
character.
Star
Hey,
Trek?
did you know that?
Yeah, there's no way.
I should talk to him and be like, yeah, there's a recurring guest character on TNT. See,
Yeah.
because I don't know that he's a full-time
Did
character
you
yet.
ever meet Colum Meaney?
Do you transport into work or
Yeah.
what do the levers do?
Yeah, well, there you go. God. There's probably some portion of his life that's just miserable with that stuff, and then
Yeah.
the rest of it's super cool. He gets to talk about actual space stuff, and then the other part of his life is just like, oh God, kill me now.
Jeez. Yeah. That is very funny. Yeah, the chances of that are pretty cool, you know?
Yeah, that's like an aerospace analyst called Miles O'Brien. I mean, at best, the only thing that would make it better is if he was like a NASA engineer. Like that would be the
Yeah.
only thing that would make it better.
Yeah, chief transporter.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
He's the chief of the transportation unit that brings the shuttle pod and
Oh,
the shuttles over.
he takes care of the he's like the lift that brings them up to the
Yeah.
top of the rocket. Yeah.
He drives the astronauts from the hotel over
Oh,
into the
nice, nice. Yeah,
transporter.
Chief Transport Officer Miles O'Brien.
Good. It's good stuff. All right. Well, thank you everybody for your comments for the past few. That was great.
Yeah,
We always like hearing what you have to say on stuff.
it's really nice. We know it's been an incredibly long time, like Caleb said. It's been months and months and
Been a
months.
long time.
Exactly. But we never forgot about you guys, and we wanted to have enough content here to make it a good, return to the series. and not just have it be like a 5-minute section where we read like one comment and moved on. So
Yeah, because we used to spend like an hour and a half doing this, so we wanted to at least do that.
yeah, we had to make it feel long and voluptuous.
Voluptuous, yeah.
So if anybody was hesitating, any of the folks out there that didn't want to, aren't on our Patreon and feel like, what's the point of commenting? Because nobody, I'm not going to get it read during the podcast. Like, series is back, baby. So you can type away.
Get your fingers ready.
Click clacking.
So there you go, getting us back into the swing of things, baby. So yeah, we hope to hear from you guys again, and we look forward to talking to you again. Okay, join the Discord. Talk to Theystrom. He's very lonely in there. Send him some memes. He'll enjoy it. All right. We'll see you guys next time we do this. And Will, why don't you go ahead and close those hailing frequencies?
Ooh, you got it. Let me just back up here.
That's the no, that's the self-destruct. No.